Let's make Wiley proud and be nice to this guest. Thank you, Latavia. Let's get professional now. Author interview. Yes, be nice in the chat. If y'all not being nice in the chat, the moderators will put you on timeout. So y'all got to be nice in the chat. Okay.
I think we're ready.
Definitely.
I think I went live on my Lux Live page. I'm trying to see. Is it
Okay, so you're
working?
live on that. Okay.
I'm trying to see. Does it seem like my people's in here?
Yeah, I see it. I see it on here.
Are the numbers
It
going up?
say
Or people?
love live manifestation.
Okay, so it's
I see
working.
that. Yeah, it say you are
Let me
live. Yeah,
see.
let me go on to YouTube and see.
Oh yeah, I got some people. Okay, so my people's in there too
Yeah.
from that page. Well, all right, cool. So that was important. Okay, let me know, Wiley.
It's good to see you on the show.
I know. Who would have thought I would have ever been back? But it's a different day, and I'm just at a place where I'm looking for peace.
Absolutely. I came out when I came out of jail, I said I wanted peace. Because when you sit down in jail for 60 days, nothing but peace. I was in jail and I was reading and praying, meditating, and you had popped up in my mind. I couldn't call you because I didn't remember your number by heart to apologize for all the stuff that I did and said. Definitely, I want to make a public apology because I remember Monique said that when you do something wrong publicly, go live publicly and correct it. So I just want to apologize to you publicly for all the stuff that I said. I mean, it's been years of the stuff that I said about you. I just publicly want to apologize because I was wrong.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I apologize to you just, for the back and forth and everything. But we've been there before, but I really appreciate you, doing that. And then like now, like I told you, we talked on the back end and I was really proud of you because I I believe you this time, you know what I mean? And it seems like you're really doing the focus to do things the way to and I don't want to say the right way because it's like we're not beefing, but it's more intentional and focused on yourself. You know what I mean? And so this is a great place to be in. And yeah, I've already told you that. And I think that it's super dope that you're doing that. So yeah, I appreciate the apology as well. And
Yes,
during
absolutely.
that baby oil thing, when that happened, you could have taken that route and went left with it to kickstart yourself, and you chose not to do that either. And so I noticed that, and I appreciated that you didn't do that because even if you knew that that wasn't the intention, the floodgates were still open for you to capitalize on that and blow it up and still go left, and you didn't do it.
No, I was like, absolutely not, because I knew where your heart was at, and I watched your show, and you did great. And I've told people, I said, when you went to the courthouse, everybody followed you to the courthouse. Even when you did the show, you was doing the oil on your show, so I knew your heart was pure. It wasn't that you was a Diddy supporter, none of that. I saw the jealousy of the white media structure, power structure, and they used that to try to take down a black man because they already was mad that who was this black man coming, getting all this clout, and we've been in media, went to school for over 30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw their narrative, and I didn't like how they try to group y'all as try to group you with them being Diddy sports. I said that's not true.
No, but
And that's why black media is important to call that out.
I agree, and at the same time, it was what it was. But even the Diddy trial, that was all a part of the manifestation. And so, I came up here today because I was listening to some of your guests, and there's just been a lot of stuff in regards to that. But I first want to say, shout out to you for taking the steps, getting the book, and doing it. It is truly a transformative thing to do if your heart is in it, if your focus is in it. Do you want to ask me about the book, or do you want me to just tell you what
Oh
it's
yeah, I
not
want to
and what it
ask you
is?
because the main question, because when I brought up your name, but he do tarot cards, it's a spirit and stuff like that. What is your definition of a manifestation cleanse? Is it the devil? What do you? Oh, let me first of all, do you believe in God?
Yes. Okay, so let me ask you this, because this is one of my first like interviews and conversations in regards to this, and I'm really excited about it because, like you and I have talked before, I really want to delve more into this and this be a part of the lane. So I'm kind of conflicted because I have two ways I want to talk to you. I want to
Okay.
talk to you like Armand, I would talk to you on the phone, and you know that way. And I also want to talk to you like, okay, Armand, this is your time to really enlighten people and not piss people off. So I'm trying to figure out what version would you like,
It just be
or
you
would
doing
you
how you
like a
talk
little
to on
bit
the
of a
phone.
middle?
Just be you.
Yeah, because you know how we get. So okay, I'm gonna let you take me there. So I'll just answer step by step. So the first, because this is my first time really talking to it at this point.
Okay.
So of course I believe in God. Okay. But in regards to you, Wiley, I would just tell you this: your followers will be your followers, but everybody is not going the same way that you're going, and
That's true.
everybody is not built for growth. Everybody's mindset is not ready for expansion. Do not let your followers, your family members, anybody hinder you. And I'm not saying anything about anybody specific. Now let me put on the telephone call, Armand. These niggas will keep you broke.
That's true.
These niggas will keep you in that box and not want to see you grow. Everybody not coming with you, right? And so your job, think about it. Think about how over the years, whenever I would do different things, and you was a part of it, people would bash and, oh, he's trying to do this, he's trying to do spiritual, he's trying to do this. You got to come back to the gossip. Never did we think that there was a day, outsiders, that we would be talking about a manifestation book on a gossip channel and actually is gaining traffic. But I knew in my mind that, hey, this will be part of what it is because this is a personal journey for me. So my point to you is, this is not about God. This is not about tarot cards. This is not about witchcraft. Can you be into witchcraft? Absolutely. Can you rock tarot cards? Yes. Can you be a Christian? Absolutely. And each one of those people are allowed to manifest. What this book is and what manifestation for me is, it's about personal development, and it's the journey that you go on for yourself. Now, there are tools that people can use. So, hey, if you want to do the journal and you want to write in your journal and go through your own personal development, and you want to have your Bible on your side and go through your scriptures as well, that's how you choose to do it. If somebody else wants to flip a card and have their Bible or just flip a card, that's what they choose to do. If somebody wants to light a candle and go on there and do their journey, that's what they choose to do. I'm not understand. Well, I shouldn't say understand because I don't want to put it like that. But this book itself is not about religion. I don't care if you believe in God, if you believe in divination, if you believe in whatever. That's an additive to this personal journey. I was very specific, and I didn't want any prayers necessarily. I didn't want any casting. I didn't want any. I wanted people from all walks of life to be able to grab the book and they do what they want to do with it, because ultimately it's about you and your journey. There's other tools that you can add to it, whatever that is for you. But this is not about you're manifesting under the name of God. You're manifesting under divination or metaphysics. You're manifesting under dark magic. No, manifestation is literally literally thinking things into existence. Okay, so let's use life as there's this glass of water, right? This is the container. So when you have, and I've talked about this before, when you have, your court stuff, your YouTube channel, love, life, mom, dad, all in this container. And then you also have, our vices. For you, it could be, adult content, Red Bulls, whatever it is. Mine is vapes, got two of them, right? All these things that we focus our attention on, right? But then we have this goal. I want to be able to buy a new car. I want to build my YouTube channel. I want to do this. But guess what? my container is so full and I'm focusing my attention so much on these other things that are distracting me. Guess what? Energetically, the universe, I can't bring in anything else. So I have to actually make space in my container, which means put the vapes down, put the Red Bulls, because these are distractions, right? I have to eliminate certain things. Some things I can't eliminate, like my friends, my family, my job, but I got to make space in my container so then I can focus on other things that I want to manifest in my life. So you take the time, you take the 60 days, right? You let go of your distractions because all that is you're now distraction free. So you're able to focus in on the things that you want to do. I promise you this. If you really do this 60 days, you are going to see a transformation in just your everyday life, your health, and your consistency on a whole nother level. Just because think about your vices, that how much time and attention you give to that on a daily basis. So the idea is letting the distractions go that we focus on so much so that we can focus on bigger goals. Because if I'm sitting here and if I'm a weed smoker and all I do is smoke weed, guess what? If I want to start that business, I'm really not going to start that business because my main focus is getting high every day. And after I get high that day, I'm probably going to get tired. I'm going to eat. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to go on. And then guess what? Oh, girl, I got to go back to work. Maybe I can work on my business the next day. And it just becomes a cycle. But then when you actually face that and say, I'm going to put this weed aside for 60 days, you're going to go through those cravings. Like, I need to smoke. You're going to go through all those emotions. It ain't no easy thing, but you're going to be rewarded. You're going to be tested. But guess what? You're going to make it through it because guess what? You're going to be focused on, all right, I got to get my business money. Okay, here's this, here's that. You're going to be able to think and see much clearer. Okay, so that's what it is for me. It's really being able to focus your intention on the things that you want. I knew when I did that Diddy trial, it was going to happen. I wrote it down. I said, I want to make X amount of dollars. I want to be visible. I manifested Angela Yee. I manifested 100,000 subscribers. I manifested television. Hell, I even manifested the worldwide coverage. The problem with that was I wasn't intentional on when I wrote this down. I really wasn't intentional on what I wanted. And so when you get to that level, right, and I had so much energy because I had so many people following me, I literally was like, I want to make X amount of dollars. Made that. I said, I want to get on Angela Yee. I want to do New York radio, and I will do New York radio. It wasn't I want. I wrote down, I am so happy to be doing New York radio. I am so happy to be the most talked about person at the Diddy trial. I wasn't clear. I should have said most talked about and respected because I was definitely the most talked about. But when you write that, you got to be clear on what your intention is. If you just carelessly write, you got to, and so I learned that lesson here. But you write that down and you believe that, and it's like when they said faith without works is dead, or the power in the tongue. Here's the thing. You can say you want to be the greatest YouTuber of all time, but that you can't manifest that if you don't ever make a YouTube video. Does that make sense? You still have to do the work.
Do the work, yes.
You still have to do the work. So the idea is only do this challenge if you're ready to do the work. So if your goal is to get your YouTube on track, hit a subscriber amount, make a certain dollar amount, it can happen. If your goal is to, hey, I want to get my own apartment, I want to get a job, it can happen. Now, everything doesn't happen right away. Some of your goals happen sooner than others. I'm working on a huge thing right now that I've been trying to manifest for years. I'm almost there. And if you've been following me, you'll know. And once I release it, you guys will be like, this really did it. But every year I take that break and people are like, all right, where's Armand? I take the time, I reset, I cleanse. And that's why I have these years that I have, because I'm like, I focus my attention back. I eliminate the distractions and I say, Armand, where are we going next? What do you want to do? And I believe that it can happen. And I think that this is about a personal thing. This is not about a religious thing. And a lot of people, and unfortunately, Black people, they're a little bit closed-minded to stuff like that. And that's why they stay in this web. And so, and the ones that make it out, they broaden their horizons. I don't really blame them though, but it's a lot of tradition, until they start seeing other people like, oh my God, I did the cleanse and I felt good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if throughout the cleanse, you're going to even see, even before the manifestation start manifesting, you are going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel good. You know why? Because, and I always jack up this saying, but I learned it from this entrepreneur named Dan Martell. Confidence comes from the promises that we keep to ourselves that we made in private. So meaning, if you said to yourself, Wiley, we're on this 60-day cleanse, and I'm not going to have a Red Bull, and you turn that camera off, and through that 60 days, that Red Bull is going to call you. Twitter is going to be knocking. And when you don't turn that Twitter on, and you get back on live and like, yeah, it's day 2, it's day 3, it's day 10, and you know that you didn't watch that Twitter or drink that Red Bull, you're going to start illuminating a different kind of energy because you're going to be now confident. And guess what that confidence is going to do? Start attracting more energy for you to believe in yourself, which then in turns for you to start believing the things that you can achieve these things, because confidence comes from the promises that we keep to ourselves that we make in private. See, you can lie to me all day, but if you get on Twitter and then you try to come on here about manifestation, you know that you did. You know that you was on Twitter, so you lied to yourself, so you don't believe it because you know you're lying to everybody, and so you don't radiate, you don't attract. But the reason is when you make that promise to yourself and you keep it, and you didn't even really have to tell nobody, and you know when you was tempted, you actually didn't do it, that is when you start to level up for you, not for he, she, they, or them. And it starts to radiate. Then you start attracting the things that you want, and then you become stronger. Then you start to believe, hey, I can actually obtain these things, because guess what? When nobody was looking, I still resisted and I still was focused. That's when you become unstoppable. But people get so hung up on the idea of God and divination and metaphysics. Girl, this is not about none of that. You can use whatever tools you want. If you want to sing a gospel hymn every morning before you journal, do it. But this is about your own mindset. It's a mindset thing. It's a personal development. This is self-growth. This is self-accountability. This is self-awareness. And I don't care what you believe in. Every individual needs to go ahead and reset and reevaluate themselves and their circumstances to get to the next level.
Absolutely. So my thing is, what made you get into manifestation? Because when I first met you, you wasn't into, I didn't hear you talk about that. So what was that point of your life to make you get into that journey?
Okay. You know what it was? The part where I read this book, The Secret, and I realized whether I wanted to manifest or not, it was happening regardless. So whether you do the cleanse, whether you don't do the cleanse, whether you want to call it manifestation, we're manifesting every day. What we think about becomes our reality. So if you think like a broke person, you will be a broke person. If you think that you're not going to get this job, you're not going to get the job. If you stay focused on the past, guess what? Things of the past will keep repeating itself. Even every single day that we wake up, we are manifesting. It's just universal law. So I had to say, okay, well, since it's happening regardless, let me pay more attention to it and try to control my thoughts. Because thoughts become things. The things that you think about, they eventually start back here, then they move up, and then they materialize into reality. And any person under the sound of my voice or listening, there's a situation, whether it's been negative or positive, you've thought about it, and all of a sudden, boom, it's here. That's just how that works. That's what it is. Even down to relationships with people. If you think, you know what? Have you ever been thinking about somebody and all of a sudden they appear?
Absolutely, yes.
It's just all of a sudden they appear. Or even with all of a sudden you've seen, somebody buys a new car, then all of a sudden you see the car everywhere. It's because Absolutely. It's in your head, mm-hmm. and it starts to become reality. But even if you're like, you know what, even this meeting today, you've been talking about the cleanse, thinking about and boom, we're here. And so that's how it works. So even your intention probably was from the beginning, and you probably didn't even realize when you decided I'm going to do this plan, you probably like, okay, I'm going to get him on my show again, and we're going to probably do this. You probably didn't say that out loud, but you thought about it, and now we're here.
Mhm.
And so that is how I realized when I was even thinking about people, I had to start shifting my focus. I was having a conversation with my mom today about a particular person. I was like, child, I don't like a particular person. But I have to realize I have to start changing the thought process of people. If you're in a relationship, right? And, if you only focus on the negative about that person, that's the only thing that's going to manifest and materialize in your life in regards to them. People with kids, if you think, oh, my kids are always bad, my husband, he's just such a trash husband. He's just such a lazy. Guess what? That nigga's always gonna be trash and always gonna be lazy. But if you be like, you know what, he's a good guy. I see the good in him. Guess what? A lot more of the good things will manifest in that person that you're around. But it's what's in your mind. So, and that's a battle that we fight every day because a person has about 60,000 thoughts a day, and sometimes we just have negative thoughts and thoughts of doubt, thoughts of fear. And when you see that, you have to recognize, hey, no, I'm not gonna think about that. I'm gonna replace it with a thought of positivity. You have to, like, whenever you think, oh girl, you shouldn't do this, this is that. No, I can do this. I can do this. I will do this. I'm not saying that you're never gonna think negative things, because you will, but you have to try to think more positive things than negative, because the more that you think about whatever you think about majority of the time, that's what's going to materialize in your life. And it's very hard to try to manifest, when you're feeling like, I don't have no money, I don't got this, I can't be happy. Well, you can't. And here's the other thing that people get twisted. They think, I'm gonna start at rock bottom, right? And then I'm just gonna manifest a brand new, a whole new life the next day. It don't work like that. There's levels to it, right? So you may be at rock bottom and you focus, but then you move up. You're not at rock bottom, but you might just be at the bottom. But guess what? Your vibration is still rising. And before you know it, little by little, you've gotten all the way to the top. But some people get defeated and they just think you have to start small and just look at little things. All right, I'm just going to be I'm going to start the process. All right, I'm going to be consistent here. We had one conversation, me and you implemented it. And you know what it was? And it started working. And it worked. Did it work?
It did.
It worked. I saw it. I said, look at him. And it's working. Am I lying?
No,
it one conversation we had, and I told you what to do. And you believed it, and you did it. And I see you got more excited about it, and your energy changed. And guess what happened? The people came.
The people came. Yes, sir.
Don't let them throw you off.
No. I remember that we got on the phone, and I started manifesting it, and then God just opened, it just came.
Because you know why? You started focusing your intention on it, and I told you what to do, and you said, and then the thing is, why it happened, you believe that you can do it.
Absolutely.
So you told yourself, I could do that. And once you told yourself that, there was nothing that was going to be able to stop that. But also, once you tell yourself, because you've been there, I'm going to crash out. Nothing is going to stop it. So it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
And then once you keep, for me, having two major incidents, you have to make a change. A change. When I was in jail, you have none time but think. Some people do all type of things in jail.
Wiley, watch this. Not even to cut you off. Watch this. Mm-hmm. Not even to be funny, but what was your intention throughout that whole time? Jail. Your focus was jail. It was, I was going to jail. Tasha K was going to jail. Storm was going to jail. And bitch, you end up going to jail.
I did.
You literally was speaking jail. You were speaking that. You manifested. You're going to jail. And that was your whole intention. And like, got dark because you were focused on so much negativity throughout that time. You wasn't trying to hear nothing about, and it took you all the you get it. It took you there.
It did. And I said, I got to make a change. And when I got out, I read so many books because you have no time but think. If you got people that's in jail that do drugs, do all type of crazy, I didn't get involved in that. I said I want to change. And some of my people sent me a book. They sent me a book about Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker. He was talking about all the people he had talk about their stories, about them going through different trials and tribulations. I said I can get through this. And look at God open that door for me, for us to even have that conversation. I would never, if somebody would have told me a year ago this would happen, I wouldn't believe that. I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to believe. But I was speaking a lot of negativity from family stuff, from bloggers, from everything. And now changing it up, now I have a better relationship even with some of my family members. At one point, I did not have that because I was thinking about the negative, and all I saw was negativity. So you're right. So you're bringing up some good points.
Yeah, and then look, and even if it don't happen right away, it happens for you because your energy is different right now. So it's attracting a different response. And so but you know why? Because you decided I want a different outcome, and you did the work to get it. That's all manifestation is.
Absolutely.
And so what you're doing now is you're up in the ante and saying, I'm going to go even deeper. You know why? Because you like the feeling and you want more.
Absolutely.
Don't let nobody make you feel like you need to go back.
No.
Absolutely. Don't let nobody try to make you feel like you need to go back. Because you know why? They're not ready. They're not ready to understand. And they're afraid. And Wiley, they don't give a damn. Do not let them people try to make you, because they'll keep you here. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. And
people, don't do it. Don't let them people in the comments play you.
I said I can't have because these same people will boost you up in the comments, and then when you go through, they abandon you. I've been there. I've seen it. I said, oh my gosh, the same people that was boosting me up when I was going through trouble, but God left 2 or 3 people to come through and send letters to put money in my books to come through. But you're so right about it. When I brought up this your journal, I knew it was going to be some pushback because they don't like you. Mm-hmm. If it was anybody else, if it was Iyanla Vanzant, if it was Oprah Winfrey, maybe they'd be more receiving. But because it's coming from you, and they have their own problems because they don't like a lot of times people don't like your personality because you don't come out as being needy. You always say I'm the best, and people get insecure about that because they don't feel that way about themselves. Right. So you come on the platform, you say I'm talented, I'm gifted, and you show it, and you show proof by the numbers that you're gifted, and people are turned off by that. They're like, oh, you need to be more humble. What does that mean? People, when they say that, I believe they want you to be homeless, they want you to be dirty, to use that word being humble. But you come out and show the world, they say, no, I'm gifted. I'm that dude. People follow what I do, and people are turned off by it. Some people are turned off by that because they don't feel that way about themselves.
Well, it's that, but it's when you get to a place of when you know that, and I'm not perfect and I'm still trying to do the work, but you got to also understand, yes, I get into that bag when I feel like my back is against the wall, but ultimately, and a lot of people don't know this, they think I want to be, this media famous YouTuber. My goal is I want to inspire people to be the best versions of themselves, because I like when we did that 60-day cleanse and so many people had their stories and they were excited about it and they felt change and they felt charged up to get out into that world. That fueled me because I was like, wow, I like that. And the idea is this, whether you want to be a singer, writer, a YouTuber, what I want to be able to teach people is this. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just using the celebrity news, the gossip as my vehicle to success but you can take the same tools and put them in your car of being a teacher or being a business owner this way and do the same thing. So what I'm trying to do is show people through the successes that I've had in this YouTube media, celebrity media space. I didn't just get there from just, getting lucky. I had to fight it, but I had to believe. I had to take risk. I had to manifest this shit. I had to believe it was really going to happen. I had to really shift my energy and shift my focus, and every day I'm still learning that. And so through every step of the way, I want people to say, listen, I've been able to unlock this. I've been able to unlock this. This is how I did it. It was a shift in my mindset. And every day I'm working on that. I had to literally do a mindset shift. And so when I get on here and I'm able to pop my issues, because it's like, bro, I sit there and done the work. And I'm still doing the work every day. People don't see the times where I'm like depressed, feeling lonely, going through. But it's like, all right, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the work. And so people just think, oh, you need to be this. No, I don't. This was rough. But also, we have a community, even our Discord. We don't have a messy Discord. Our Discord is about uplifting, encouraging each one another. Because yes, I do celebrity news, but that's just my drive. That's just my car. But don't look past the celebrity news and understand that when we're talking, if you want to be a writer, you can still take the mindset tools that we talk about in our Discord and on Lux Life to really propel what you want to do forward. So yes, celebrity news is the engine and the vehicle that I'm using, but you can use a different one. You get what I'm saying? But it's still all in the mindset. It's still in the belief. You get what I'm saying? Me knowing that I was going to go to New York, I've always, Wiley, listen to this. How did we start on a radio show? Wiley, you know that my dream was always, if anybody followed me, everything has been a radio show.
Absolutely.
You knew, and one day, I knew I've never been on the radio before a day in my life. And the first time I'm in the #1 market in New York City.
And you felt, and let me tell you, if I had only been out, I thought you've been doing it for years. You weren't nervous. You weren't stumbling over your words. It was like preparation meets opportunity. You was prepared for that moment.
But I also had to go out and believe it and seek it.
Absolutely.
And put myself in position to get there. So it's right. All of those things. But I had to first believe that I could do it.
Absolutely.
And it started when, way back in the day, maybe I didn't understand it, but from the beginning, that was been our theme. Radio. And so I knew, I was like, no, I'm not going to New York and covering this trial without getting into that iHeart building. That's happening. That's a done deal. I didn't care how I was going to get there. That was happening before I left New York.
And you didn't tell nobody that you was going. You didn't say nothing public.
But one thing I did know is I was going to that Diddy trial the day that the lawsuit came out.
Yeah.
I knew I was
going. I didn't know that. Wow. And you went, and I can say this. I saw people just followed you. Because nobody was going. Because when you first went, I saw it. Wasn't nobody hardly there. Wasn't nobody hardly talking about it. As soon as you went there, saw the success, everybody and their mama started going to New York and doing it. But it didn't stop your gift because you still got something from the table.
It didn't.
You still got your shine. Nobody took that away from you. I don't care how many people went. You still got your shine.
And I'm so glad that you noticed that. And everybody, and even when the people started trying to go live in the middle of the thing, in the middle of the case and stuff like that, I knew that I had already set the work up. I knew in my mind, I don't give a damn about none of them. It ain't gonna stop.
To go outside and do the live.
I didn't.
You kept your same formula.
One video a day.
And the people. I didn't.
It was, and guess what? And listen, and watch this. And watch this. Even I fall short. And guess what happened? Every single time I broke my formula. Now I'm learning. Now I'm realizing right now. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you know what my formula was? And it was working. Armand, you go there, you go home, you do your video. Guess what happened the 2 times I decided to go live outside the courthouse? That was my fault.
The devil showed up.
Yeah. Guess what happened? The lady antagonized me, and the second time, the baby oil. Yeah. Every time I got a little bit and thought, oh, I got to do this because they doing it, and I broke it, and I didn't trust. Every time I broke out of what the plan was, I gagged.
Yes.
Because guess what? I stopped believing that I was enough. I must have. I got human. I said, well, I got to probably do this, or let me try to get.
Hey, you hear
that wasn't the plan. That wasn't what was set forth. And that was that seed of doubt, and it came back and it bit me. It's no shade. I'm a human being too. So that just showed me right there. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that happened because you felt you started doubting, and you were so high up in the energy. So that it was, of course, it was gonna give that because that's what you wanted. So once you can't now, that's another part now. You start getting to certain levels and you start trying to pull back, you still gonna gag because it happens either way. And so now that I'm thinking about it, damn, every time I went outside to try to do a video outside that courthouse, something bad happened. Not bad, but it wasn't on par with what the plan was. That was interesting. So yeah. So I'm just saying to you, stay focused on that. I knew, and when I was going to that thing, I said, I know what I did at Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. I'm Armand Wiggins. I'm going to go to this trial, and I'm going to blow this mother off the ceiling. Wrote it down, signed, sealed, delivered it, booked my stuff. And that's what happened. But I believed it. But also, like you said, preparation meant opportunity. I could have just, there's a lot of girls that was there, but they didn't get what I got because they weren't prepared. They just saw the moment and tried to jump in on the moment. It don't work like that. Because, yeah, you could have been there, but you didn't really do the mindset. You saw what was happening for other people, so you really weren't prepared. And so I prepared. And how I prepared too, I also did a 60-day cleanse at the top of the year and led over 2,000 people and supported them. So I already knew that energetically something great is going to come from this. So that's just how it works, bro. And I don't want anyone that's feeling like, doing the journal. Like I said, and here's the thing too. You don't have to do it. This is one thing that I still sell hundreds of these every month. And I don't even promote it that much. Because you know what? I don't care if you do it or not. Not you, anybody. Because it's not about me. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to write in your journal. I don't know if you're going to finish it. You don't have to. But you know that you done bought that mama and that mama sitting there and you didn't do it. You know. So then when the things start happening or don't happen, you know why. It wasn't me. It wasn't the journal. You didn't commit to it. I don't give a damn if you do it or not. Because it's about a personal commitment to yourself. And I think a lot of times people are so ready to find somebody else no. Sometimes it's important to get back to the basics. And getting back to the basics is getting back to self. Through life, we get so lost in everything else. And the point of this is, let's bring back our intention to self. We need to do a self-evaluation. We need to do a cleanse. And absolutely. I'm proud that you're doing it.
Oh, yes. I'm glad that you brought some great points up in being a teacher. And that's why it's good to see you showing a good example, because there's so much negativity going on in this world. But to see someone to say, through it all, I've navigated through these struggles and I did this cleanse, look at the success. You have receipts of your success. But you did the work. It didn't just pop out of the sky and just boosh. You got to know you actually put in the time. And you're right. People don't understand when you are a content creator, you do sometimes get depressed because you got to do these stories. You got to go viral, especially when you get up to the level that you at, to stay on that level. It's one way to get there, but it's another whole work to stay there and to build upon that. So that's a struggle. So, and a lot of people, like you say, I never forget you said, a lot of people don't understand what I go through because they don't do YouTube. They're not a content creator, but yet you still here thriving and you going through it and tell your testimony, because there's some people in here that's already depressed. They need to hear that message to say it's another way, it's some positivity that you could insert in your life and that this can change your life. And that's great. And you said over 2,000 people followed you during this cleanse. That's a blessing.
Yeah,
that's a blessing.
Yeah,
I saw it, and I said, I got to do it. I started hearing people say, "Oh yeah, Armand, this changed in my life. This changed. I manifest this," and I saw that. I said, "Wait, I wasn't ready at the top of the year, but I said, okay, I'm gonna have to do this." And it just something be in my spirit. Doing it on September 1st, I said, "Okay, I'm definitely
you're gonna love it. You're gonna feel so good." and not even to get into the material things, but that's
Okay.
I just want to show you the material things, and I'll probably do more of this on my channel, but I'm not. This is not even to be braggadocious because I still have doubts and fears. But you remember the deposit your check video, and if you remember that video that I did, deposit your check.
Yeah,
So
you
in
can
that video, I drove an orange Corvette, and I was like, "Oh no, I need one of these." I didn't know how I was gonna get it. It took 2 years later. Now I got that same car from that video. It's mine though. The one that I was in the video, that was I leased that. But now I own a
see.
red one. But I was like,
Absolutely. That's a
oh, I'm
blessing.
getting, but I sat in that car. I was like, oh no, I'm getting one of these. I like how I felt at that moment. That's happening. I don't know how, I don't know the credit, I don't know nothing, but it's happening. Even with like material things. I wanted this bracelet so bad. I wanted this bracelet for so many years. I was like, I'm going to get one. I've been trying to buy this bracelet since 2021. When we went to Paris with my mama, I went into the place. It wasn't the time. I was going to buy this bracelet at the Cartier store. The guy, I couldn't afford it at that time. It was New York. I was my birthday. This last time I was like, I want to go get the bracelet. I couldn't, I didn't have, I was like, but you know what? I'm going to get me a Cartier bracelet. I just love this bracelet. I've been wanting an infinity bracelet for my entire life, like ever since I knew what it was. And now I have I'm able to get the bracelet because I never forgot it. And so there's another thing that I've been wanting to get. It's taken a few years, but once it manifests, y'all gonna be like, okay, this motherfucker's not around, but it's coming from. So I'm just trying to tell you, listen, don't have doubt. If material things that you want, if you believe it, you can have it. If it's spiritual things you want, if you believe it, you can obtain it. If it's better relationships with people, if you believe it and you see the positive in those people, more of that, those characteristics will manifest. If you have problems with your mother or your father, stop focusing on the problems that you have with them and focus on the good qualities of them. And those more of those qualities of them will show up in your life.
That's true. I know that for a fact. Amen to that. That's so true.
It is what it is.
That's so
These are
true.
the facts.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to tell you is right now, you are on your way. Even if it doesn't manifest right, you're going to already see results. You're going to see results. You're seeing results now. Stay on this. You're going to see results within the first 2-3. The first 2-3 weeks is going to be the most tricky. That week 3 is going to really get you, but you're going to be emotional. You're going to be feeling real open. It's going to be hard, but you're going to start feeling really proud of yourself. And when you get through that, that's when you start radiating at such a high level. And then you'll be able to think clearly. Your ideas are going to be better. Your talking points are going to be better. Your confidence is going to be better. And not because of me and not because of the book. It's because you are going to be a different person. You're going to unlock something in you that you have never done before, because there's a piece of you that have never done it because maybe I'm not ready. So I'm like, I'm not ready to do 60 days. I'm not ready. But then once you do it, you can be like, I can really, because the devices you have right now, you're probably thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? You probably always wanted to stop, but thinking I can't. But now you put yourself on this commitment. You're not going to want to let yourself down. You got me up here talking. You got people going live. So now you've locked it in. Because you know why? Whether you tell us or not, guess who's going to hold themselves accountable? Your inner conviction. Because now we all know Wiley's on a 60-day cleanse in September. So you can't back out.
Absolutely. You're so right.
You know,
You're
it's
right.
over. But that kind of pressure, when you make it through that, bro, I'm telling you, you unlock a lot of stuff. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Yes. So so you said about your manifestation. I remember you said don't share what you're manifesting for publicly. Keep that private. Do you still stand for that? When you manifest a thing?
Yes. You can share with certain people,
okay,
if you want to, but you got to be cautious in the people that you share with. I don't share my stuff. But as I've been sharing some of it, you know what I mean, because it's almost here. But I think that this particular thing, every time I've shared it, something has fails through. And I'm like, oh,
Yes.
who was that really wasn't happy? You know what I mean? Who was that didn't understand? So even with you going on this journey, and I get that. Here's the thing: you can share what you're giving up, but I wouldn't share
What you manifested
what
for.
it's for,
Okay.
because, and it's nothing against your audience, but because a lot of people don't like me and a lot of people don't want you to move this way, because a lot of people are going to be afraid of Wiley's changing. You are going to change. You're growing because of Wiley. What you don't realize is a lot of people, they don't like change. They want to say, I like the old Wiley, all that. Don't you do it. You
Right.
grow. You grow. You know what I'm saying? You grow. And so
Right.
here's the thing. I wouldn't tell them and I personally wouldn't tell right now online what it is that you're manifesting, because your audience is not on the same page with you. And so even if they don't mean any harm, they're not supporting you. And so that energy field can, if you say, I want to manifest a new car and I'm giving up this, that, and the third, and you got a woman come up here, well, you can do it on your own, and you got this, and this is devil work. That's too much negativity.
Right. Because I'm like, it's because it's already started when I
And so
announced.
yeah, and so that's the thing. You don't need that energy saying, Wiley, you don't need
Absolutely.
that book to try to get a new car. You don't need, because then guess what, that starts placing doubt and placing
Like
fear, and
that.
then they already hoping that it don't work.
That's true.
So don't even tell them what it
Absolutely.
is.
I agree.
Just know I'm on a cleanse. But you won't know what it's for, because I
Absolutely.
don't need you to try to talk me into why I don't need to do the cleanse to get what I need, and I should take your method.
Yeah, because
To
they
show
want me
me
to
what's worked for you. This is
Right.
what I feel in my spirit.
Right. Come on.
And what I've learned, and it's no Sade, and it's not like that, and I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I won't do the big, I won't, and this is gonna sting. It's gonna sting a little bit. But I'll just say it in a sense like this. This is a nice way it won't sting. I don't try to teach people how to become a millionaire because I don't have $1 million.
That's true.
Does that make sense? So I can't, you can't listen to my guys. You can't tell me how to get money if you ain't got no money. You can't
true.
tell me how to create a business or how to be successful on a platform, what to do if you ain't successful on a platform and doing it.
That's true. Amen.
Okay. Okay.
That is true.
Okay. So you take advice from the people that are where you want to be. Okay.
Absolutely.
You don't take you don't take advice from people that think they know how to get where you want to be, and they ain't there.
That's so true.
That's all I'm saying.
And the reason I gravitate to your message, because I see the change from the first moment I met you via the internet to now. I see the upgrade, and I will never forget it when I said, "Hey, you should get on YouTube." Oh, this person will get along with me, Wiley. I don't like this person. You have surpassed. I'm not gonna say no names. You have surpassed each name that you discuss. You have surpassed them, and you look at where you at now, and I just see the growth. Your career has on them. And when I saw you on Angela, I said, "This is perfect." Even when you had the outside and you was able to clear that up on her show, that's a blessing. She didn't have to bring you back on the show. She could have had the door shut and all that, and you went back and you was able to discuss that, and it was amazing to be in a number one market. And because people forget, like Angela Yee is in different markets, not just in New York.
It's a syndicated show in over 50 different markets.
Absolutely. I said this is great.
And it's the number 2 show on in New York on Power 105. Breakfast Club is number 1. Angela Yee's number 2.
That's a blessing.
And that was my first time on radio.
You did good. You were nervous. It was like you felt. I said he need to be the co-host because you felt so. And I will never forget. You was like, Angela, I want to give you your flowers. You gave her flowers. Then the next time you went, you gave credit to all the creators that was on the scene. You gave them a shout out. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You didn't. You weren't in that shady. It was a blessing. I said, go ahead and do your thing. It's amazing. Yeah. You fit so well with Angela. You and I said, look, because you put in the work. Many people can be upset about it, but they don't know your story. For those that just getting to know you now, and to see you coming from the garage, even before that, from Atlanta, being on My Shady Rainbow to now, look at God. Look at the change.
But even before it was I understood I was manifesting. You knew me from My Shady Rainbow, and maybe it was a more of a sassier thought process, but it was still, what did we learn today? It's still a manifestation. I knew I was better than all them. Just
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying. And you knew that I knew that from the beginning because remember, Wiley, you know the history for sure. Even from the sets, I've been changing sets since Uvu, the backdrops, the garage. So in my mind, I didn't know I was manifesting it, but I knew.
You showed.
I knew, and nothing was gonna stop it. And you knew we would be up, trying to figure out shows, doing this, new intros. Every year I had a new backdrop, because I knew where I was, and it didn't matter who came in the way. From back there to now to Tasha K, Jason Lee, King. They hit me. I'm swinging, boom, boom, and I'm moving right on past them.
Absolutely,
and I'm moving right on past them every time. From the beginning, woo, they beat me up. Here we go. Where are they now?
Absolutely.
You almost made me drop a bomb on this mother, Riley.
you did that, and they tried to. It was people that was coming. Like, you beat them all. I've seen it. I was a part of.
I was fighting for years. Like, girl, I even had to fight you, girl.
And you got through it. But one thing I manifest with you, I say he's my favorite. So I'll say this, people that will get mad, but he's my favorite celebrity.
And you spoke it.
I don't care what people say. When it say you make great music, I think you highly underrated. I went back on your video, deposit your check, got 100,000 views. I'm like, damn, when did they get 100,000 views? That's a blessing.
Even the music,
so I just think like
even that, having the debut out #1 on iTunes and the R&B charts, number 15 on all genres, that was huge because and making money. And whether it's either way, if I can still go, whether I don't care who listens to it, the fact that I was just like, you know what, I just want another stream of income. I paid bills with my songs.
That's a blessing.
You know what I'm saying? So the idea is you just want to get to a point where anything you do in the creative space, I just want to be at a point where everything I touch, whether it's $10 or $100,000, it's all making money. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do. And I believe that I could. Now, do I have those days where, I don't have that? And, shout out to my girl, Lisa. She's another one of my spiritual coaches, and T.S. Madison. I get into when I talk to those girls and because you got to have people around you that kind of get it. And they kind of fuel you a little bit. And so those spiritual coaches are important too. So eventually I want to be more of a spiritual coach to people, but those are important. So but you got to get with people to understand your vision and where you want to go, and you can kind of be open and free with them and you go. But I think I just don't want our people, Black people, or, to get so hung up on religion when it's not about religion. Believe in whatever you want to believe in. But this is about self. This is more self-development, self-empowering, and taking back what's important for you and focusing your intention on things that matter and releasing the things that are distractions. That is what this is about.
Amen.
This is not about appeasing me. This is not about appeasing your audience. This is about undergoing a transformation for yourself. That's why either you'll finish it or you won't. And guess what I'm going to do? Keep moving either way. Mm-hmm. But guess what you won't do? You won't grow. If you decide to commit, you're going to still be stuck. But if you finish it, I guarantee you're not going to be the same. That's just how it works.
Absolutely. And you said it's about self-development. If you want to use the scripture, for me, I'm a Christian, so I do Christians pray more. It's about self-development. And man, you have this was a master class because I've always wanted to get to know more about manifestation because a lot of it I did not know. But now that you discussed it, some things that I've already been manifesting and some things have came to pass. So I'm
It
like,
happens
okay.
already.
Because when you use the analogy with the car, you think about this one car and then you always see that car around, that same car you was thinking about. I'm like, okay. So that's what it is. So it's not this whole.
It could even be a thing with boys you like. I used to do it, and I didn't even realize because I used to go. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to be like, when I used to live in Houston. I used to be like, I ain't got him yet, but I'm that nigga. And eventually, I got him. I'm gonna talk to him one day.
Let me say this:
have you ever been in a situation where you're like, I'm gonna get his phone number, or he gonna come on my show?
So
he gonna come.
We did a meet and greet in Vegas, and this one of my producers. I said, you need to find a dude. So I'm gonna find a dude. Maybe 2 minutes later, I found a dude in the club and blah blah blah. That's true. So you have said some good points. I think, and then also I think in the Black community, it's a saying that in the scripture said, "My people perish for the lack of knowledge." When you don't have that knowledge, you're going to perish. And some people, they want to stay stuck. I know that I'm going to lose some people, but I know I'm going to gain some people. But you can't let the naysayers get to you because they tried. Because when I brought it up, oh no, it's the devil. It's the tarot cards. He gonna do the tarot card. We're not worshiping. I'm like, who's worshiping cards? Like I didn't say none of that. But
we didn't flip a single card. And if I wanted to flip a card, that's my prerogative. Now we did flip affirmation cards, but affirmation cards are totally different than tarot cards. Cards of affirmations are sayings of belief or like, little things that you say to yourself positively when you're thinking, it just keeps you going. It's an affirmation. You affirm something in your mind like, hey, I am worthy. I am great. Like the things that I was telling you, confidence comes from the promises that we make to ourselves in private and that we keep. Those are affirmations, things like that. Tarot cards are those tools where you can use them as a guide. Okay, now you don't have to do tarot cards. I like tarot cards. If I want to get a tarot cards, if I want to read a scripture, if I want to I can do whatever the hell I want to do on that end, but that has nothing to do with the journal. If you go through the journal, this is the other part. I can't have a conversation with a person that don't have the book.
Amen.
You don't know what's in the book. You're just running your mouth.
That is so true.
That's what I'm saying. And you want me to believe you and follow you? You don't know what you're talking about. Do you have the book? Show me in the book that there was a tarot card in the book.
Right.
Oh, wait, you don't have the book, but you expect I'm supposed to believe you. And you talking about it. He said, she said, nigga, get the book and then let's talk about it. But you already a bad leader because you don't even do your research. You just run your mouth. And it's just like that'll keep you broke. Don't hype me up.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah.
I was like, it's like he don't believe it. I'm like, he do believe in God. Like, why is y'all saying all this stuff? Like, what?
So you get what I'm saying? So when you skim through the book, you'll go through and you'll see how it makes you feel. That's just what it is. So people, you got to just watch that because people go off of the internet and they just start running their mouth. And it'd be different if you go get the material. If you're really that passionate about it, go get it and break it down and see why it doesn't resonate. But you just running your mouth. You even flip one page. So you don't know what it's telling you to do.
That's so true.
So how are you telling me what I shouldn't be doing? And you don't even know what's written in the book. But you just know that you not reading. Well, you already somebody I can't follow.
That's true.
Because you just talking. You don't have a basis for nothing but your emotional opinion. And you're more worried about the person than you are the context of what's in the book. It's not about me, boo. It should be about you.
Absolutely. Amen.
So
you're right.
That's that on that, Wiley. But outside of that, I'm proud of you. And I see the growth in you. And I think you're going to do really well.
Thank you so much. And you have an event that you planning for your people, awareness.
Yes.
event
And
next
so
year.
let me just talk about that. Yes. So I was going to do a 365-day cleanse, but since we're here, I'm doing a 218-day cleanse because so the Bali trip where I'm almost done with the itinerary, guys, for the people that want to go. But you don't have to do the 218. That's a lot of days. I'm doing it, but the Bali trip will also serve as a seal and release of our manifestation cleanse. So I'm going to go from January 1st, 2026 to the day we leave for Bali, August 6th, 2026. And then Bali will be a celebration, a release of us finishing the cleanse, and for people that did the 60-day or 90-day. And we will be sealing in why we will be sealing in our manifestations in Bali. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. On top of that, if you guys don't want to do the cleanse, you don't have to, but Bali is going to be a retreat style trip where we, do meditations. We're going to waterfalls. We're going to monkey jungles. We're having a white party. It's a whole wellness vibe, good time, food, dinner, all that. And we're going to do it in Bali. And I think I'm going to cleanse up until that day. And then we're going to have a big celebration for my people. So for those people, I'm telling y'all now, the price is going to be $2,000. We're having it at that price. There will be a payment plan, and you will have to purchase your own flight. So, but the price is going to be $2,000. It's going to include food and hotel, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all the excursions and the events. So y'all already know that's the price. Once I lay it out, those that want to come, get your coins and affairs in order, and you have to pay for your flight.
So and then when would this be next year? Do you have the dates?
It's going to be August 6th through August 13th.
August 6th through 13th.
Yes, that's going to be the dates. And it's going to be a whole page where you can see it. It's not just going to be me telling you. And I'm going to actually have a link. I have my team putting it together. It's going to be a link. You're going to be able to see it. It's going to be great. We're just finalizing it now because this is such a big trip and it's got to be right. It's out the country. And you know how people get, they get to really dissect it and trying to pull stuff together. And, it's a scam. We're going to make sure it's all right.
Yes.
So, so that's pretty much what's going on. And I think that's going to be great for the people that get into that. And we're going to be doing more because once this new thing happens, we're going to be doing more of that. And I'm going to be taking on people because I'm going to be coaching this self-development and manifestation and mindset, from where I'm at. I can't teach you how to get millions of dollars until I get it. But I can coach you on imposter syndrome and confidence building. That is where I want to lead with next, where I'm going to be teaching people like how to break through that imposter syndrome and, how to be that confident person. Because a lot of people struggle with not feeling good enough, or they see me, and the very thing that people end up not liking about me is the thing that they wish they had a little bit more confidence. You know what I mean? To get out there and say I'm the best and I believe it. And so I want to teach people how to shine that way because it really is magnetic and it really can break through. If you accompany that with your mindset, you can actually navigate through these places. Like, think about it. And this is not even me bragging. Think of how many times everybody thought it was over for me.
A lot of times, yeah. Mm-hmm. They say this is over.
It's never over because I don't believe it's ever over. You see that? It's not over. It's not over till God says it's over.
Absolutely. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? It's not over. No one's going to make me think that it's over. It's just it's a reroute. But we can get into that more. We can get into that more. I'm not going to take up all your time.
But I did see on your Twitter, your X page, you did have peace with Jason Lee.
Yeah.
So even before that, when you had a chance to like drag him on, you handled that situation very well with the little controversy he faced in Stockton. I mean, you did a great video. You did your homework on the situation. You didn't drag him. It could have went left, but you definitely handled it with grace. And now y'all have made peace. So that's a blessing.
Yeah.
And you had to respond to one of your followers. They was like, "Oh, he gonna play your face again." And you just mature. You said you're not friends. You just at a mature level.
Listen, Wiley, I've rested my sword. I didn't
You
bury
did.
it. I didn't
You
bury it.
you rested it.
I rested it. Does
So
that
that
make
means
sense?
if you need to pick it up again, you can pick it. Yes.
Okay. But we chilling.
Yes. I'm glad it was man, really, really good. For people that want to get the book, how can they get the book?
It's on Amazon. Amazon.
It's on
It is. Yeah, pull it up. And let's go through some of the reviews. You can go. Can't you share the
okay,
screen?
let me go to it right now. Hold on, let me go to the reviews. I'm gonna do a screen share. See custom reviews. Okay, let me where the reviews at?
You should
Okay,
be
right
able to
here.
see it.
Okay, I see it right here. I'm about to screen share.
And that book was #1 in health and wellness and self development when it came out. So it did really, really well. Like people resonated with it. And people wrote their own reviews. So I haven't checked them in a while. So I don't know what they saying. So I might get on here and gag. What they saying?
Okay, is this the first? Okay, this is the first one.
We'll
This on
go. What's the
January,
latest one? Has there been any other ones?
the latest one. Okay, let me scroll down.
Or might be at the top.
No, I see a lot from January at the top. So
Okay.
let me
Oh,
see
see
more
more.
reviews.
Oh, you probably have to change the way that it's laid out
Yeah,
at the
this
top,
on
like
July
the okay.
16th, 2025. They say, I love this book. It's not just something you read, it's something you do. Being able to walk through the cleanse along our mind on YouTube made it feel personal and powerful. I felt like I had a guide in the room with me. One thing that really stuck with me, I had never thought to sit with and explore my vices the way this book invites you to. It doesn't just point them out, it gently walks you through why they're there, why they're costing you, and how to release them without shame. It's deep, spiritual, practical, at all at once. This book is like a mirror and a medicine. It helps you break
Wow.
down old patterns, clear out mental clutter, rebuild a version of yourself that align, intentional, and free. If you do
Now,
real inner work, this is the one.
Wiley, how do
Yeah.
you think that made me feel? That we ended the cleanse in February. I've never seen this. So this is that feeling. I feel like this is changing lives. This is empowering people. So this is what I really want to do. You get what I'm saying? And through that, you guys seeing that, me navigating, even kind of with you when, I was trying to try different things that people were making fun of them. Even now, your people like, oh, he's do this, he do God. But guess what? With belief and keep doing it. And despite the naysayers, even people try to drag the book, guess what? We got results now. Now we got a book on Amazon. It's so guess what? You just stay above the noise and you believe it's gonna happen. Y'all didn't know when I started 18 playing, doing the tarot, but then I was thinking about this and how we were going, but I had to figure it out. But I knew there was more to it than just celebrity gossip. I knew there was gonna be a way where I was gonna get in, and without telling you my manifestations, this is just the beginning. We're taking this will be bigger than even what I'm doing now, because this is the kind of thing that I like, that feeling, because it's inspiring other people and it's helping people.
Absolutely.
There's a saying, the money will come when you help.
Mhm.
When you
So,
help people, that's how you were to do. You have to just help people, solve problems.
absolutely. And this was on July 12th. Someone said, I'm on day 11 of the manifestation cleanse, and baby, I've had so much clarity and feel and see changes in my life. I've been following along with the Love Life Manifestation YouTube channel, which will help you if you're struggling to hold yourself accountable or feel like you're not alone. You're alone on this journey. So yes, and these are reviews back in just almost a month ago, like a month ago. I just bought the book on the 28th. I'm already earning early signs and bird and pieces of my manifestation. I love watching the lives and seeing everyone grow because flourish in this cleanse. Growing peons definitely hurt the most. They'll love you, Armand. These are, yeah. So those are the reviews some of the views of this journal and of this book. This is just definitely a blessing.
And so for you, because you're doing it, I will tell you, Lux Life, which is what's tagged here now, that is our manifestation channel. And I love my Lux Life people. We are going to have to do a conversation because there's a huge update coming. Love y'all. And I haven't been neglecting you guys. But for 60 days, we went live and covered the book every single day. So Wiley,
Oh yeah,
you can go there and go through the
day
guide
one, yes.
if you need it. So
Mm-hmm.
there
Because I
is an
went on there, I was
anchor
like,
there.
okay, I saw,
Okay.
yeah,
And
almost
so
definitely.
the Discord's been a little bit slower, but I'll let you into the Discord too. It's not much going on in there, but the most part, because I know you got to go, like, just watch the videos. If you feel like you need some help on that, the videos are there. And if you don't, it's fine. But if you need it, the videos are there. So for every day, there's a video that can guide you through it. So you're not by yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm definitely going to use that as a guide because I was like, okay, this is day one because you have it all the way from day one, day two, day three. Because I went over there a couple days ago. I went over to YouTube. I said, this will be my guide.
Yes.
Because I know you versus seeing somebody else do. I said, I know you, so I'm definitely going to be using it as a guide. Absolutely.
So yeah, congratulations. I'm scared to open it up but I do want people that's interested.
You want me to drop the link?
I don't know how, because I don't know because I'm not arguing with nobody, so I will.
No, I'm not going to bring nobody up that want to argue with because ain't nobody got time for all that type of stuff. Because you brought up a good point. Why would I listen to you broke and you telling me to do all this stuff? And that's the type of stuff I got to get away from with people. Because you need 200,000 subscribers, all that, but you don't even have the 200,000 subscribers.
And you trying to tell me how to get it and what all I need to do and how it's gonna happen, but don't listen to this person, but they got it. But I'm supposed to listen to you, and you don't have 1,000. But I'm not supposed to listen to the nigga that got 300 because he didn't know how to do it.
That is so true. So I dropped the link. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can drop the link for everybody. Oh, yeah.
Yes, and I would like some Lux Life people to come on if they want. But if not, Wiley, I don't want to take over your show. I'm gonna let you have it because I think I need to do some content my dang self. But I just wanted to encourage you, that you don't let your people talk you out of your own personal growth.
Absolutely.
You feel it because you're doing it when that energy you have right now, that readiness, you're excited, you're ready. Yes. You've committed, you're gonna go for it. But don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? And keep it and keep talking about it every day. Even if they don't like it. Who gives a damn? It ain't about them. If you have to get on here and say, I did day 3, and you just to say it. It's not about bragging. It's not about me. It's about just saying, hey, I did it again. Just to keep it in your head.
Absolutely.
And you'll actually start to see the results.
I'm glad you and I'm excited because I didn't even think you was gonna come on because I was gonna reach out to you formally. It's like, let me bring him on, but I was like now we like, okay, look at God. So this, I know I'm on the right path.
Yes.
So I dropped the link. So if anybody want to come on and speak, sis, we're not gonna bring you on because you want to come on here and argue.
But they can come on when I leave and do all of that. I just
okay, because she just want to come on and argue and all that. But if anybody else want to come on, I did drop the link. Give me a second. I did drop the link, so if anybody want to come on, you can come on and give your point. But for me, I knew a time for a chance. You had when we was on the phone, you said you have hit rock bottom. You already know how these people are on the internet. Because sometimes they can be very fickle. The subscribers, one day they with you, next day they drag you. I even did meet and greets with people, and they turn against me and all of that. So I get it, I understand it. Thank you, James. I see you in the chat. Shout out to you. You said, "Hey guys, love you." Shout out to you for the super sticker, and then somebody else send you a super sticker around to your channel. Let me pin that on the. Let me go up here and see where that is at. Okay, right here. And they said, proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of all your growth and positivity. Yes. So I'm definitely here for this change. And Definitely here. I know for me, we're gonna be praying more, reading the word more. That's me.
And who knows?
And
You might. Who knows, Wally? You might. I might. You might end up being one of my first coaching clients. Hey, okay. And we're gonna take you to the next
okay,
level, and we're gonna try this thing again. You just gotta listen to me and follow me. And I think
we
you're gonna
we
follow me this time if we get there.
absolutely. We was on the phone, and this white lady came up to me. Are you the guy that was putting stuff on yourself on Walmart and all that? I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just like I was like, look at God, look for 1 year ago to now. I was like, I gotta make a change because you can't keep. And I watched a video that you did about me, and people think, oh, he's insulting you. You give the best advice. I don't care if you read it, Rosa, but then you get, once you're done reading Rosa, and he be almost right there, and then he crash out because it didn't happen fast enough. You got to be patient, and that's one thing you have always said to me, Wiley. Be patient because it's not gonna happen overnight. And I learned, I listened and I said, oh my God, I said, you have dropped some gems on there. Cause I said, let me watch it. Cause out of everybody, I take what you have to say to the heart. Cause we've been cool. You've been following me for like since Chicago.
Right. And listen, and watch this. And you know how I get, even in that bag of where you think, oh, he knows everything. He thinks this, but I had to reprogram and pull the layers off because you know this to be a fact. Because even when we used to be beefy, you'd be like, I don't care what Armand's saying about anybody because I'm going to take it because he's teaching me something or I'm learning from it. So I was like, okay, let me repackage that instead of just when I'm reading, giving you the free game. Actually, this is what the mentoring really is. This is the coach. So that's why I feel like I'm going to move into that space of coaching and mentoring people because I do it anyway. I do it. I literally coached you on that phone that day and I told you, hey, do this. And just you listen to me. I was like,
sure
listen to me. And it worked. It's working.
Absolutely.
It's working. And so I realized, like, okay,
there's
a gift there.
Somebody want to come up, but Armand, can you drop the link in your? Can I drop in your chat? Because I don't think I can drop it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I
okay, I see somebody backstage.
Can I drop it in my chat? Let me see.
I see somebody right here on.
Oh, hello. Am I on? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
oh, hi. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Sorry. I'm good. But yes, I did get the book. I did do a review. It was amazing. And I also followed through, but I followed through while we were going on with the Diddy trial.
Okay.
So it was more recent. So I wasn't with the whole group. But I was like, hold on, this dude manifested because I see you on the radio. I'm seeing you everywhere in New York. And I'm watching the numbers grow. I'm seeing the big chat. And I'm seeing you're the only person that could carry that trial, by the way.
Thank
Entertaining.
you.
It was fun. But I was like, yo, he prepared. This is where he started. This is the whole the manifestation, because I remember watching it back and he was sitting there like days. It was just so hard because mind you, I'm watching back, but I already see the results.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like looking and you're like, yo, I don't feel well this day, but I'm still here. I'm YouTubing every day, no matter what. And I'm like vibing out with you. So you did it. And congratulations.
And I didn't want to tell anybody. And then we were going to do a meet and greet. But then I was like, I can't. And I said in one of those videos, I was like, you guys are going to know why I can't, but it's all going to make sense later. And you guys are going to you're going to love it. And then it was the trial. I just didn't tell. So I didn't tell you guys that I was manifesting this breakout moment of the Diddy trial.
Yeah, no, we didn't know. I didn't know none of that.
But then now you watched it and see you like, this was the thing.
You were everywhere, and you were just going, and I'm just watching the numbers, and I'm just like, and I was like, I need that book though, and I was
but it's not over.
No, well, you said
one more thing that's coming before this year is out, and it's just gonna be that this one is the most special thing for me, and so if this don't, you know what I mean, inspire you, then I don't know what will.
No, you did amazing. I watched your Bad Days guy. So I just want to say, I watched it. It's one thing to watch you struggle through the days, and then I think the house fires was happening, and you were like, I don't know if I gotta leave. So I'm fresh on it. That's why it's clicking.
Yes.
And I'm just like, So congratulations. I'm not gonna hold up your thing, but
thanks, boo. And
take care.
congratulations on you. And keep going through it if you haven't finished it. But yeah, let me know.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Get off.
We got Lisa.
Hey.
Hi guys. Hey, hi, Ramon. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's going on?
What's up, Wiley?
Hi.
Armand. I just wanted to say that you are truly an inspiration.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if I don't know if you remember me or
I remember
not,
you
but it doesn't
from
matter.
the trial.
Yeah. So I just wanted to come up here and say that you're inspiration, but I already got your book.
Hey, as you should.
I already got your book, and
Yes.
I didn't continue, but I just wanted to show you. Hold on.
You don't have to show us.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Just one.
Oh
Well, I
wow.
started. Yeah.
And pick it up when you can. And then too, Wiley. And then for both of you guys, you
Okay.
don't have to journal every day, but at least go over it. So if you get to a point where it's like some of the stuff, it's not even going to prompt you to write. It's just there.
Right.
Okay.
So so I want to make that clear because a lot of people are like, well, I don't feel like doing all this right. You don't got to write, but if you want to, it's available to you. Some of them are just actionable items and just mindset things. But Blone, we hope that you finish it because that's the real results.
Right. Right.
But good
And
luck for starting. Shout out to you.
yeah. So I just wanted to let you know, I'm behind the scenes, but you are inspiration. Ever since the beginning. Okay. I just want to let you know that I do tap in, I do watch you, and you truly motivate me. Um,
Period.
I went through the Diddy trial with all of you. I know
Uh-huh.
several of you guys, and you know, I just wanted to just share that with you and just let you know
Thank you. I
that
appreciate that. And
I,
you
I
never know who you're touching. And I'm gonna be honest with you. These are the things that don't get all the number, but this is what makes me feel great. Because
right,
even the fact that even if you didn't finish, you tried, that means your mindset is there. That means one day you're gonna pick it up. Now you will have to start over,
right,
but you start from the beginning. But when you're ready, you're gonna finish it, right? But the fact that you even made the effort, it's just like, all right, it's in your psyche. So
yeah,
keep thinking about it, and then one day you're gonna be ready, you're gonna be strong enough, and you're gonna say, all right, now I'm gonna finish it.
right,
You gonna because we as you stay over here, we're gonna keep going up. And eventually the people, as we build this thing, I'm gonna have to well, I don't want to talk too much on this thing, but it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're not gonna want to be, you gonna want to get in it because everybody we want to build a a community of winners,
right,
period,
right,
and money getters. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I just wanted to come up here and just shed some light and just to give you your props and let you know
Thank
that
you, Bull.
you do motivate, and I see your work, and ever since live from a secret location, and
Yes.
I just wanted to give you your props and let you know that I'm on
Thank
my
you.
manifestation. And also, I also wanted to let you know that when you do the tarot cards, because I'm a Christian, I'm a child of God, there's some confusion there with me too as well. But I claim that I'm a Gemini, and
Right.
I think you're a Gemini too.
Yes.
So, I really take pride in that, but at the same time, I do struggle a little bit because I'm not really sure. And, people are like, you're going to hell. And, but, your tarot cards, your inspiration, when you do that, I watch, I'm,
Period.
so,
And see, the thing is, and we can have that conversation on a different live because I don't want the confusion to be tied into the book because it has that stuff has nothing to do with
It's
the
separate.
book. You get what I'm saying? But for you specifically, if you're into that kind of thing, if whatever, and we can get into our because all of that is honestly in a nutshell, that's all thought process and belief. You know what I mean? It's what you believe over here, what you believe over there. I believe that I can believe in God, and I also believe in the universe and zodiacs, and I also believe that I can use tarot cards as a guide because I believe everything you do is with intention. What is your intention behind it? So if I have a gun in my hand, yes, I could use it for good or I can use it to protect. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to use a tarot, if I light a candle, I can light a candle to cast a spell or voodoo, or I can light a motherfucking candle to make a sexy room in here for me and a nigga. You know what I mean? If I got baby oil, I can put it on for me to just dry because I have oily skin, or I can do it to have a freak off and slap bitches with. You know what I'm saying? So it's your intention. If I want to use tarot card for negativity and dark magic and voodoo and devil worship, I can do that. And actually, I can go buy those type of cards. They have those type of dark cards. If I want to use them as a guide in light, I can do that as well. It's the intention behind it's the card itself is just a card.
Right.
It's the person behind the card that gives the energy. Does that make sense?
It makes total
Absolutely.
sense because, and I don't want to get too deep in it because I understand how you're trying to separate it, but God goes by the intent of your heart.
Yes.
So if it's good enough for God, even though I don't know your intent, only God knows it, but you're totally right. You said the magic word, and it's all about the intent that the person has behind it. And I'm crossing my fingers. And,
yeah, and so even when,
good.
but see, even when I'm doing my cards, and when I do the live streams and stuff like that, the intention is there. Girl, we just love, life, relationships, career. I mean, it's not, it's clear. We don't, the intention is there. What the hell do you think I'm reading? Where people say, okay, what is this? Can I get a career reading? Can I get a love reading? Can I get a 90-day yearly reading? So, I mean, I don't know. There's the intention.
Right.
We're doing everything is self-development.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I'm not playing into some like, I want this person to, or get this out of here, or you know what I mean? Now, in that though, I don't even have to do that, but I'm tapped in enough energetically to where I could think she's getting on my nerves. This bitch gotta go.
Right.
And
right.
they go away for a minute.
That's true.
Definitely. Yeah.
And they leave me alone.
Yeah. But
Like
I
you get like you.
I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to come
Thank
up.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to stop in, give you your props, let you know
Yes.
I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? The Bali trip sounds awesome. I'm gonna be working towards that too as well. I mean,
Yes, get your passport, girl, if you don't got one.
Yeah. So
All right, boo. Well, we'll see you soon. Wiley, I'm gonna get out of here too.
Bye.
Okay. I'm going to read this. Heart of Inspiration said, my heart is happy to see this reunion. I'm proud of you, Wiley, for starting your manifestation journey. And I know you will not only get abundantly blessed, but so much growth heading as well. Healing as well. Blessings. Thank you, Heart of Inspiration. Your closing remarks, Armand? Did you guys
stick to it? Finish
else?
it. Don't quit. I'm excited for you. And I can't wait to see what you do. I can't wait to see the transformation.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody. I'm starting September 1st. Shout out to the people that said they joined.
Are you ending the live?
Yeah, I'm ending the live. Yeah, because I'm not going.
You should. I'm interested to hear what people say, but I don't want to talk to them. Let your people come. Okay. Let them come up, but I don't have to be here.
Okay.
Yes, I may come up if I feel triggered.
All right, Ms. Barbara, what do you have to say, Ms. Barbara? Ms. Barbara, Ms. Barbara, can you hear me? Anyway, Ms. Barbara, you there?
Yeah, I'm twice.
Huh?
Yeah, I want my audio to be clear. My audio clear?
Wait a minute. What'd you say?
I want my audio to be clear. Hold on, let me get rid of these things. Come back in.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me come back in.
Okay. So this truly was a blessing that having Armand on the show. Oh, give me a second. Who is this? Having him on the show. This truly was a blessing. Miss Barbara, you there?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
It's better now. Yeah, they can hear you now.
Hear me?
Yes.
First of all, Wally, don't be dissing me like that. That's a big fish you caught. Okay, when Tasha K get her book, make sure you spread that book around too. Okay, that's a big fish you caught. I admire Mon. I want him to keep depositing his checks. You understand? I admire his music and everything that he do. And I don't like that people say that he worshiped the devil. All I wanted to know from that man is to congratulate him for all his good works that I seen him doing, because I'll follow him, I'll watch him, I'll be in his bushes. I'm a fan of him. Okay, I love his music, deposit the checks, and I'm looking forward to more music. Okay, so let's get that clear, like my man AT2 said. Well, let's get that clear. I want to be clear about that. Now, as far as when he went to Dubai and the white parties and the baby oil, no thank you. No thank you. Because this is what I see, and I'm going to say it loud because I'm black and I'm proud. Like ministers.
You never went to a white, you said what? A white party? Who went to a white party?
He's talking about white parties, that he's going to give white parties at the retreat. They're going to be dressed in white. And, it's too close to Baby Oil and P. Diddy. I don't want to see nothing about a white party.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
Wait. Miss Barbara, having a white, Miss Barbara, that doesn't.
No, you want to let me talk right now? Because I want to know what nigga bought him that car.
Miss Barbara, having a white party doesn't have nothing to do with Diddy.
Listen, Sugar, you spreading around baby oil. He probably caught one of them big white fishes and bought that damn car for him. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, Miss Barbara, do you have a car?
I had 5 of them.
Do you have a car now?
And all of that money, I had that. Been there, did that, and done that. So all of that about me being poverty, not a pot to piss, and I deserve it. Because I was serving the wrong devil. Cocaine and champagne. Okay? All that shit went out the window. All right, been there, did that.
Don't cuss, Miss Barbara.
No, Niraka. Let me explain something to you. What I'm saying to you, I'm going to say it loud because I'm black and I'm proud. I've seen many ministers and people take the prophecy of God. He took the fasting and made money out of it. Anybody that fasts is going to be rewarded by God. All I wanted Amon Wiggins to say was his name that he served. Do he serve Jesus? That's it. That's it.
He did say, Miss Barbara, hold on. It looked like you just be looking to argue, but you don't listen.
No,
that man clearly said, I believe in God. Did
right.
you hear that?
What is his name?
He believed in God. What do you he said God?
I wanted him to name. I just wanted him to
God. That's his name, God.
My God is Jesus, okay? That brought us the Holy Spirit. That's
okay. Jesus, the Son of God. You do know that, right?
To hear what God he served. That's it.
He said he believed in God, Miss Barbara. God is not Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God. Come on, open up your. When the last time you read your Bible?
I told you I don't read that Bible.
Okay, then if you don't read the Bible, it's no use you trying
to. I don't have to be brainwashed. I love
Miss Barbara. Okay,
like I told you about
Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara, let you go because if you don't read the Bible, there's no need for you to try to get that on my. You don't even read the word.
I asked him what God he served. That's what I asked him. I wanted
and he believed in God. That's all. That's his business. You don't need to. Why you need to know that? Did you buy his book? Did you buy the book? Yes or no?
Because it's important to know that because he started talking about white parties, that just and baby oil, that just took me to P. Diddy nonsense.
Miss Barbara, see, the reason why you're stuck is because you're assuming stuff about Diddy and you miss everything this man has said.
No, I didn't.
You miss yes, you have. You didn't listen to hardly nothing that man said, and you talking about hearing something about a white party and hold on, Miss Barbara. You are making assumptions. It's something to do with that. Ain't have nothing to do with no Diddy, Miss Barbara. And you too old to be.
Listen to me, and I'm gonna say it loud. Amon Wiggins, listen to me. Who did you catch with that baby oil? You caught somebody to buy you that damn car. I said what I said.
His hard work, Miss Barbara. What?
Hard work.
Yeah, hard work, Miss Barbara. Do you have a car?
No. He wanted one of those Illuminati deals, and that's what he got.
Okay, thank you, Miss Barbara.
Okay, you're welcome. He wanted to know what I had.
Okay, thank you. We love you. Good God Almighty. We're going to bring this to a close. We doing a 60-day cleanse. We want y'all to join in. Starting September 1st, we're doing it. Y'all pray for Miss Barbara. That's what she do. She go on the internet. She all over YouTube. She that's what she does. She don't mean no harm. She need much manifestation. She need much prayer. But I'm gonna bring this to a close. Thank y'all so very much. If y'all want to cash at me, it's Wally Show 1990. Thank you so very much. We put a wish list out. Y'all bought everything on the wish list. So thank y'all so very much for that. We want to thank Armand Wiggins for coming on, for doing a beautiful interview. And we want y'all to go check it out and just check out the replay. And we'll be back live tomorrow. So again, if you started with me on September 1st, thank you. And we definitely doing this. And I thank God that that we was able to have this conversation. Shout out to the moderators. Thank you to Latavia J for holding it down. Love you, sister. Thank you for holding it down in the chat. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.